Hey friends, so if you're like me and been stuck at home, maybe you've been cleaning a little bit more than usual. I really have been looking at all my stuff, getting rid of what no longer serves me, putting in a pile to donate. So I would encourage you all to do the same in this time that we have. But today on our mat, I would like to kind of take that same practice and apply it here in our practice. So I'd like to, I made this sequence so that it's going to build some heat in the body so we can draw the heat in and then outwardly express it outward. So I hope you all will join me. Thanks to everybody that has been watching so far. Big shout out to my nieces, Charlie and Ava. I love you so much. Thank you guys for watching. And if you have a strap and 2 blocks available, that would probably be helpful. Right, and if you don't have a strap, using a tie or a belt, any kind of long fabric will work. Okay, so we're going to start seated today. Any comfortable seat. I'm going to start just sitting on my heels. This feels comfortable for me. If you want to start on your bottoms, that works too. So find your comfortable seat and then sit up nice and tall. Let the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Gently close your eyes. And start to tune into your breath. Watch the breath coming in through the nose. And watch the breath as it leaves the nose. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Fill up the lungs all the way at the top. Exhale, let it out your mouth. Do that again. Close the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Good. One more time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Gently open your eyes. Take your elbows to goalposts. Spread your fingers really wide. Just start to stretch out the chest, the shoulders, the upper body a bit. Deepen the breath in through the nose. And out through the nose. And then twist to the right. So as far as that range of motion is for you today, just twist, gentle, slowly, deepening the breath with the twist. And on your next inhale, come through center. And exhale, take it over to the left. Good, come back through center, inhale, spread the elbows a little bit wider, and then exhale, hands come to your thighs. If your knees are, if your feet are crossed, you can always take your hands out wider. Inhale, lengthen through the sternum. Exhale, round through the back. Again, inhale, and exhale. 2 more times. Last one. So now come on to all fours. Hands and knees, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And on your inhale now, arch your back, look up. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. 2 more times. Good, and then sit back to your heels. Now this is where you might want to gather your strap. We're going to take Gomukhasana arms, cow face arms. So you're going to reach your right arm up overhead, bend the elbow, take the hand between the shoulder blades, and then reach for that elbow with your left hand. You can pull the elbows slightly towards the midline behind the head. Lift your head back into the arms. Chin should be parallel to the floor. Engage through your core here, navel to spine, and then suck your ribs in just a bit. Right? And so if you want, you can take a bind, reaching for the fingers, Or you can take that strap in your right hand. Probably should have reached it first. Take the strap in the right hand, reach it up, bend the elbow, and then reach for that strap with your left hand. Keep pulling up or walking your hands closer together as you do this. Good, we're just gonna breathe here a few deep breaths. Good, and then reach the arm back up high, release the right hand down to the floor. And you'll do the same thing on the left side. If you want to use that strap, take the strap in the left hand. Otherwise, bend the elbow, take the hand between the shoulder blades, reach for that left elbow and pull it gently in towards the midline. Deepen the breath. Good, and then release the left hand down to the floor. You can take that strap to the side, come back to all fours. Tabletop position, hands again directly under those shoulders. Extend your right leg straight back. So push the ball of the foot down into the floor. Lift that right kneecap up the thigh. And from here, left arm reaches forward. All right, so core's really engaged, tucking your hips slightly under. Option to lift that right leg up for a balance. Hold it here. If you need something harder this morning, bend your knee, reach for the foot, and lift those right toes up towards the ceiling. Good, and then extend the leg if you have the bind. Everyone take the hand and knee back to the floor. Do one cat-cow, push into the floor, round your back, tuck your chin. Inhale, arch your back, seat up, chest up. Neutral spine, tuck your hips under, left leg extends back, press the ball of the foot down into the floor. Make sure you're not hyperextending the elbows. There should be a soft bend in the elbows, and then reach the right arm forward. Again, have the option of taking that left leg up, foot in line with the hip, or bending the knee, reaching for the foot, pushing that foot up towards the ceiling. Hold it there, a couple more big breaths. Good, and then release. Extend arm and leg, hand and knee, come back to the floor. From here, curl the toes under. We're gonna lift the knees 1 or 2 inches off the floor for that turbo dog. So keeping your core really engaged, navel lifts up, deepen the breath here. Feel that heat. That tapa is building. The tapas has the ability to transform anything. Thoughts, feelings, emotions. And then lift your hips up high, downward facing dog. Hips are high, begin to walk the feet out, pedal the feet if you'd like. Shift the weight from one heel to the next. And then let's lift that right leg up towards the ceiling. 3-legged dog, leg is straight, foot is flexed. Reach the right heel back into space. And on your next exhale, draw knee to nose, shoulders to wrist, and step that foot right between the hands. Look up towards the front of the root. Left foot steps forward to meet your right flat back. Exhale, fold in. Inhale to rise, arms reach all the way up. Exhale, hands by your side, mountain pose. I'm going to take a moment to find the rooting down through the feet. Relax the shoulders, away from the ears. Feel the energy coming out through the fingertips. Inhale to reach up high, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale to Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hands down, walk or hop back, high to low plank through Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, through Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing, lift those thighs and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog.
Good. Inhale, left leg lifts up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. Again, leg is straight, foot is flexed. Breathe here. Keep pushing into your hands or reach the left foot back a little further. Good, and then exhale, pull the knee into the nose, shoulders over the wrist, step the foot between the hands. Inhale, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, step the right foot forward to meet the left. And fold. Inhale to rise, arms reach up high. Exhale, hands come down by your side, mountain pose. All right, from here, bend the knees slightly, reach up, hook your thumbs, arch your back. On your next exhale, bend the knees deeper, interlace the fingers behind the back, extend your arms and the legs as you reach your fists up and over your head. Take your hands to the floor or blocks. Inhale, flat back, look up. Exhale, big step back with your right foot into that low lunge. Let's take another step back with your left foot, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up towards the ceiling. Exhale, pull the knee into the chest, shoulders over wrist. Inhale, step the foot down, look up. Exhale, step the foot forward and fold. Inhale to rise, bend your knees, hook your thumbs, arch your back. Exhale, swing the hands again behind your back, interlace the fingers, extend arms and legs. Hands come down by your feet. Lift the chest and step the right foot all the way to the back, left knee over ankle. Hands down, left foot steps back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. Exhale, pull the knee into the chest, shoulders over the wrist. Step the foot forward, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward as you step that right foot up. Inhale, bend your knees, hook your thumbs, reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, stand up, mountain pose, hands by your side. From here, take your feet a little bit wider, about hip distance, bend your knees, reach your arms up into chair pose. On your exhale, left arm comes forward, right arm comes back, little twist. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, twist to the left. Again, 3 on each side. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist right. Inhale up. Exhale, twist left. Inhale up. Exhale, twist right. One more, inhale. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, back through center. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Extend your legs, puff your chest, lift the heart up. And then exhale, you can soft bend the knees, fold over your legs. Arms reach up and over, relax the head. Start to shift the weight towards the toes. And just breathe right here in this forward fold variation. Maybe every exhalation, you can reach the hands a little further in front of you. You can shift the weight towards your toes a little bit more. Good, and then release the hands to the floor or a block. This is where a block might be handy. Block in the center of the mat. Take a little bend in your right knee, right hand down, left arm up, take the twist. Look over the left shoulder. Try to straighten that left leg. And then left hand comes down to the floor, bend your left knee, right arm reaches up high. Breathe here. Good, both right hand comes down to the floor. And then as you inhale next, roll it up to stand nice and slow. One vertebrae at a time. Good, from here, move your block to the side. Take a big step back with your left foot. We're coming into warrior two. All right, so set up for warrior two, front heel in the center arch of the back foot. Reach your arms out forward, out in line with your shoulders. Breathe it right here. Good, on your next inhale, right hand's coming down. You can have a block right on the inside of that right foot. So taking the block or the hand down on the block. Extend your left arm straight up overhead. You have the option here of bending your left arm
bending your left elbow and reaching for the inside of that right thigh. If you can get that, start to pull the left shoulder back right on top of the right shoulder and breathe. From here, left arm reaches back up high. On your exhale, both hands come down on the inside of the right foot. All right, let's drop the left knee down for a moment. Let the hips press forward and down. And then keep your left hand rooted into the floor right under your shoulder. Take your right hand to your hip and start to look over that right shoulder. You have the option of taking this into dragonfly, extending the back leg as you lift up. Just keep working on the rotation, left ribs working, moving to the right side without the hands swinging back, the hands in line with the shoulders. On your next inhale, both hands come down to the floor. Step your right foot back, take downward facing dog. You can flow here, inhale forward into high plank. Exhale into low plank. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, everyone, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward. Walk or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend your knees, reach your arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, Tadasana, hands by your side. All right, other side. Big step back with your right foot. Turn your shoulders and hips to the right side of your mat, and then bend your left knee, coming into warrior two, other side. 5 breaths. Good, on your next inhale, shift your weight forward, left hand is coming down on the inside of the right foot. Just figure out how high you want your block. Right arm reaches straight up overhead. Step 1. Step 2, bend the elbow behind your back. Reach for the inside of the left thigh as you open up, right shoulder over left. Breathe right there. Inhale, right arm comes back up. Exhale, both hands come down. Lift your back heel up. Drop your right knee to the floor. Allow your hips to press forward and down here. So both hands are on the inside of the left foot. All right, so here, right hand stays down, left hand comes to the thigh or hip, and start to open up, start to rotate left shoulder over right shoulder. You have the option of taking the left arm up, maybe extending the right leg up as well, coming into a dragonfly twist. Work on bringing the right ribs over to the left. That back leg stays really strong, and try not to turn this right heel as you're twisting. Both hands come down to the floor, left foot steps back, downward facing dog. All right, lift your heels up, bend the knees, look forward, walk or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, arms reach up. Exhale, hands by your side, Tadasana. All right, let's step wide to the long edge of our mat, Prasarada Padottanasana with Garudasana, eagle arms. So you're gonna take your arms out to a T and take your right arm underneath your left, bend your elbows. So you can take the back of the hands together or the palms. Lift your elbows up towards the ceiling as you lean back, lift the heart up. Exhale, hinge forward from the waist and take those elbows forward and down. Start to shift the weight towards the toes. Maybe the forearms kind of rest on the floor here. Or maybe they're hanging, reaching for the floor. Good, inhale, flat back. Exhale, all the way up to stand.
Inhale, release the arms back out to a T. Left arm comes under right now. Bend those elbows. Inhale, lift the sternum. And exhale, hinge forward from the waist, other side. Keep reaching those forearms down. Okay, this time release the hands, flat back, look up. Bend your right knee, left leg stays straight. Walk hand over to the left, bend your left knee, right leg stays straight. And then walk all the way to the front of your mat. Turning over your right shoulder, right foot steps back, downward facing dog. And we're gonna do the same similar flow or sequence, but we're adding on, this is where you might want your strap available. So right leg lifts up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw your knee into your chest, shoulders over wrist, step the foot gently between the hands. Lower the left heel down and cartwheel your arms open and up to warrior two. Okay, so reaching through both of your fingers. This time we're not gonna hold warrior two very long. You're gonna take the right hand down on the floor or on the block again. Left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Okay, now lean the shoulder back into that right knee. Think about making some space here if you can between your ribs and your thighs, and twist your right ribs up towards the ceiling. Okay, from here, try taking your left hand behind your back and then try taking your right arm underneath your right thigh. Reach for the left wrist with your right hand. Start to pull down on that wrist so you can bring that left shoulder on top of right, and then look down in front of your right toes. So just shift the weight into the right foot, and on your next inhale, a big step forward with your left foot. Maybe it takes a few steps to get up there. Then both feet are about hip distance apart, maybe a little bit wider. You're still remaining with the bind in your hands. Now lift the right heel up. All right, so I still have my left wrist with my right hand. Right heel lifts up. Start to shift the weight into the left foot. On your next inhale, push down through the left foot and lift that right knee all the way up. Use your breath. All right, now once you get at the top, try to straighten that left leg as best you can. And maybe extend the right leg straight. Birds of paradise. Take a few deep breaths. And then bend the right knee. Start to come all the way down the way we came into it. Step the left foot all the way to the back again. Warrior two. Both hands come down on the inside of the right foot. Lift your left heel high. All right, so we're in a lizard variation. Squeeze the right knee in towards the shoulder. Both hands are under the shoulders here. Now you have an option of trying to take that right shoulder underneath the right knee and take the right hand out to the side. Take the left hand out to the side. All right, you can take airplane, reaching the fingers out in line with the shoulders, or you can take a bind again, reaching for the left wrist by bending the elbows. All right, find your breath. Remember, we are gathering and drawing the energy inward so that we're able to release it outwardly with our breath. Good, and then wherever you are, both hands come back to the floor. Take your right hand on the outside of the right foot. Start to straighten that right leg. Step your left foot up a bit. Pyramid pose. Nose comes to your knee. Chin to your shin. All right, bend your right knee. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Good work. Pedal out the feet. Left leg lifts up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. And again, exhale, pull the knee into the chest. Step the foot forward, spin the right heel down. Arms open out wide, warrior two. On your next inhale, left hand comes down on the inside of the foot. Right arm reaches up high.
Side angle B, Parsvakonasana B, and then option to bend your elbow. Take your left arm underneath the left leg, reach for the right wrist with your left hand, pull down on the wrist, open that right shoulder up a little further. Good, now look down at your front foot. Take 1 or 2 steps forward with that right foot on your next inhale. Then shift the weight to the right foot and lift your left heel up. On your next inhale, press into the right foot. Lift all the way up to stand. Find your drishti. Find something to focus on. Stand up really tall. Reach the crown of the head upward. And maybe extend that left leg straight. Take a few big breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. Rebend the left knee. Release the foot to the floor. On your next inhale, big step back with your right foot. Left hand comes down, right arm reaches up. And then both hands come down as the back heel lifts. Again, we're in that lizard variation. Squeeze the left knee in towards the shoulder. Upward facing dog in the upper spine. And you can stay right here or try to take the left shoulder under the left knee like you're putting on a backpack. Right? And then take your left arm out, your right arm out. That's step 1. Step 2, arms to the side. Flying airplane. Step 3, take a bind again. Reach for the right wrist. Good. Both hands come down. Take your left hand outside your left foot. Try to straighten your left leg. Step your back foot up just a little bit. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, nose to knee, chin to shin. Good work, you guys. Inhale, flat back. Bend your left knee slightly. Step your right foot up. Tadasana, mountain pose. All right, so you're gonna take your left hand to your hip, bend your right knee, reach for the toe bind with your right hand. All right, so you're taking your peace fingers around your right big toes. Doesn't work very well if you have socks on. But stand up tall right here. And then you have the option of extending the legs straight, pulling your toes back, pulling your right shoulder back. Good, and then release the toes. Point your right toes. Just a few breaths. And then bend your knee. Cross the ankle over your left thigh. Take your hands to heart as you start to shift your weight back. Inhale, right knee lifts up. Exhale, right foot steps down. Back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Shift the weight into the right foot. Left leg lifts. Left knee up towards chest. Take the toe bind with your peace fingers. Right hand to your hip. Stand up really tall. And then extend the legs straight. So pull the left shoulder back. Pull the toes back towards the shin. And then a couple of breaths, release the toes, hands to hips, point the left toes. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, letter D. And then bend your left knee, take your ankle over your right thigh, start to bend your right knee as you shift your hips backwards, chest comes forward, hands can come to Anjali Mudra in front of your heart. Press your hands together equally. Left knee lifts back up towards the ceiling, and exhale, release it down. Good work, everybody. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back, look up. Exhale, step your feet back. Lower down, Chaturanga.
Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, right leg lifts up towards the ceiling. Bend the knee, open up the hip, looking slightly under your right arm. Try to press your right hand further into the floor. Drop the right shoulder in line with your left. And then maybe lift that right knee up a little higher. On your inhale, extend through the right leg. Exhale, pull the knee behind the right wrist. Turn the foot out behind the left wrist and then slide your left leg straight back. If you have a blanket or a prop that you want to put under your right hip, that's a great idea. Slide your left leg back so the toes are pointed. Walk your hands back to lengthen through the spine. Now you can stay upright, or if you'd like to fold forward, that's cool too. But you choose, just listen to your body. Maybe you're doing both, a little bit of upright, a little bit of fold. Alright, if you're folded, start to walk yourself back upright. Take any props away from your right hip because you're going to lean to your right side and slide your left leg forward for Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet are coming together. Knees are out wide. Pull the heels in close to your seat. Inhale, lengthen here. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips, maybe taking the elbows inside the legs and just weighting the legs down as you hinge forward a little bit deeper. Try to find a nice flat or tall spine here. Inhale, come back through, or lift back up through center. Cross at your ankles. Hands come down by your hips. Press into the floor to lift your hips up. Walk your feet back behind your wrists. And then step your feet back. High plank on your exhale, low plank. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Good, we'll do that the other side. Left leg lifts up towards the ceiling. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Again, press a little further into your left hand. Drop the left shoulder down. But lift that left knee up higher. Left heel is towards your seat. And then extend the left leg straight. Exhale, pull the left knee behind the left wrist. Turn the foot out behind the right wrist. Walk your hands back to lengthen as you slide your right leg straight back, point the toes. And again, stay upright or fold over the leg. And if you're all the way down, start to walk yourself back up. Again, you'll take the blanket away from your left side so you can lean to the left and slide your right leg forward. And this time you're going to walk your feet out a little bit away from your seat in a diamond shape in your legs. Inhale, lengthen, and then this time round through your back. See if you can bring your nose or your head, forehead to heels. Your elbows can rest outside your shins if you have the flexibility. And just breathe here with a rounded spine. And walk yourself right back upright. You're going to come down onto your abdomen. So first come into high plank, hands under shoulders. Engage your core a lot. Engage your knees or your thighs, lift them up, lift your kneecaps up, your thighs. And then shift your weight forward, bend your elbows, lower all the way down, nice and slow to your belly. From here, come to your forehead, interlace the fingers on top of your seat. Exhale, reach the fist back towards your heels. On your next inhale, lift everything up. Shalabhasana with a bind. Reach the fists towards your heels. Lift your chest up a little higher. Get your thighs off the floor. Your gaze is forward and down towards the mat. One more deep breath in. And exhale, release onto your belly. Bring your arms out to a T. You're gonna bend your right knee and then slide or start to lean into your left side. Step your right foot behind you. Step your right foot behind your left leg, or you can kind of let it kind of hang as you open up the top of that right thigh. And then come back through center, coming onto your belly, slide, roll onto your right hip, step your left foot behind your right leg, or bend your knee almost more 3/4 length the leg as you slide your left leg back to open up more the left hip flexor. Good, come back through center onto your belly, hands come under your shoulders, push down into your hands, lift the chest up, shoulders on top of wrist. For high cobra, Bhujangasana. And then press your seat to your heels. Let's come to child's pose for a few breaths. Relax the forehead down. Every breath in is nourishing. Every breath out is cleansing. All right, friends, you're gonna come up back to your knees and we'll flip on over to our backs. You might want some blocks nearby for this second pose that we'll do. So have those handy and you'll lie all the way down on your back. So we're gonna start with Supta Gomukhasana. So if you know cow face pose when you're seated, this is the same thing, just laying down. Okay, so you're going to lift your legs up. Feet on top of ankles, feet on top of hips, and cross the right knee in front of the left knee. So the knees are stacked, right? Then you're gonna bend the knees so the feet go out to the side. Lift your chin and chest and reach for either the ankles or the outer edges of the feet, and then try to relax the shoulders and head back to the floor. Now, instead of having your feet close to your seat, which happens sometimes, see if you can get your feet away from your bum. And then try to pull your feet in towards your face as you keep your tailbone rooted downward towards the ground. So your sacrum's not lifting high off the floor here. You're trying to root your lower back, your lumbar spine into the ground, right? And then just gently pull your feet towards your face. Deepen the breath. Smooth, deep, even breath. Maybe soften the gaze or close your eyes as you feel the opening in the hips. And then inhale, lift your legs up through center. Cross the left knee in front of the right this time. Bend your knees and same thing. Reach for the feet, reach for the ankles, relax the head, and start to gently pull the feet in. And inhale, lift back up. And come into happy baby. Bend your knees outside your ribs. Soles of the feet are up towards the ceiling. Press your knees down towards the ground. And then release the feet. Roll up to a seated position. This is where you might want those blocks handy. So you're going to take your blocks like a T, the letter T. So there's going to be one that's horizontal and one that's vertical. Now the vertical block I'm going to lie my spine down on. So you're going to kind of sit towards the edge of that long vertical block and then start to come onto your forearms as you try to place that block where it's not pinching
too much, right? It's just right between the shoulder blades. Try to take it gently, and then you're gonna take this top block, the horizontal block, right under the head where it feels comfortable. So this should be pretty comforting. It shouldn't be very discomforting. If it's not comfortable completely, come out of it. Just lay on the ground in corpse pose. This will be our final pose today before coming out. So I want it to be very soothing, very comforting, maybe uplifting towards the heart center. Once you find your pose, now I am keeping my feet on the floor. My feet are as wide as my mat, and my knees are dropping in towards one another. But you also have the option of taking the soles of the feet together. You can also extend your legs long, letting your feet relax. So just a supported fish pose. You can also have blankets under your back here instead of blocks. Once you find your supported fish that feels good, relax into it. Invite awareness back to the breath. Feel the cold air coming in through the nose. Feel the warm air as it leaves the nose. Each breath in is cleansing. Each breath in, rather, is nourishing. And each breath out is cleansing. So breathe in nourishment. Breathe out whatever you no longer need. Take 5 more big breaths wherever you are. And if the knees aren't already bent, bend the knees so the soles of the feet are on the floor. And then slowly and gently prop yourself up onto your forearms. And then maybe grabbing behind the thighs to come all the way up to seated. And we'll just come down onto one side. So come down into fetal pose. Rest your head on your forearms. Take a moment here. Just make some intentions, maybe for the rest of your day. What do you want to continue to get rid of? What's holding you down? What do you want to spring clean to make room for something new? And then gently keeping your mind inward, maybe keeping the eyes closed or the gaze soft. Press yourself up to a seated position. Draw your hands together in front of your heart. Bow your chin to your chest or head to your heart. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that freedom and to that happiness for all. Namaste.